you see behind me and these high rises, how beautiful and how nice that would be to stay for free, right? Well, if you're an illegal alien, New York City says, we'll take you, but wait a minute, we can't really afford that, so let's see if Biden can give us some money so we can continue to give them everything they want for free. So they're here. They're on the streets among us. They're right here in New York City, and chances are they're in your hometown as well. So 44% in that exit poll said that illegal immigration is the number one concern with them. Coming in at number two at 28% was the economy. People can't afford to live. They can't buy groceries. They can't buy gasoline. They can't do extracurriculars with their children. They can't go out to eat as a family. They just can't afford it. And you know, I was thinking earlier when Brian was talking about the economy over at the courthouse, I was looking around at these high rises around me, and this is, they call it a concrete jungle, because this is all concrete around here. You see no greenery unless you go to the park, which is right around the corner. Beautiful park, Central Park. But these are all, if they're not businesses, they're apartments. New York City is Manhattan. These are apartments. Very rarely do you see personal cars. You see taxis, you see city buses, you see the subway, you see Uber drivers. So what am I getting at? What's my point here? That the people of New York City don't have to pay a mortgage. They don't have to pay insurance on a home. They don't have to pay taxes on a home every year. They don't have to pay a monthly note for a car. They don't have to pay insurance for a car. So they don't get what the other Americans who own a home and own a car and own both, the struggle that they get. But they should, because the cost of living here is so high. Even if you rent an apartment just to go out to eat, to go to the grocery store, to take an Uber for 5 minutes is $60. I know that for a fact because I just had to do it. It's very expensive to live here. So how and why these people in New York City support this is beyond me. But when it comes to the average American, the basics that are the most that Americans pay for every month, that's your mortgage and your car notes and your car insurance and your taxes on your home and all of the things that come with owning a home, most of these people don't have to deal with because they're living in this big city in apartments in a high-rise, walking to work every day or taking an Uber or a taxi. So they don't know the struggles of having those two top, your car and your house, those two top bills that you have to pay every month. What they do have to deal with is being in a crowd every day, because there are millions of people here in New York City, and if you have to be around crowds, you understand the feeling. When somebody coughs or sneezes, you kind of want to walk away, turn your head. Well, you know what? You know who can save you with that? The wellness company. They have the medical emergency kit. So if you're worried about getting sick and are worried about what the next pandemic may be, make sure you have one of these on hand. This is Dr. Peter McCullough and his team. They used to be working with President Trump during the COVID pandemic and the height of the pandemic. If you remember, it was hard to get medication.
Nothing ever disappears from here now. Never disappears from here now.